Hi guys, we are back at Epcot. It is still food and wine time, and I'm hoping I will get this out early enough to try the things I couldn't have before. Now remember, if you watched this one over here, it talked about all of the foods that I could not eat, not only because of gluten, but because of other allergies I have and restrictions that I have this time of year, or that time of year. Those restrictions are over. So I'm coming back to get a bunch of stuff I didn't get last time. Last chance to have it all. Let's see what it's all like. Can't wait. Join along. Let's see what tasty treats we can add at Food and Wine. There, pardon the silly angle. We are first going to Canada, or Canada as I like to call it, getting the filet mignon with mushrooms and a boursin mashed potatoes, picture of which goes right here. It's a thick piece of steak. It's probably about 1.5 inches tall, which is pleasantly surprising, and there's a little bit of pink inside. You know, when you're doing these things, you expect that it won't be that way. It is not a simple cut. It does take a little bit of effort. I mean, there's some pink in there. I don't know how well you can see. I'm sitting in most shade because while it is not necessarily hot, it's 75 degrees, but it's really hot in the sun. So let's give this a try. Good flavor. I like the mushrooms and the sauce there the most. I did not chew that piece of steak enough, so it didn't go down my throat particularly well. I'm trying to get a little bite of everything in it. Mashed potatoes don't have a ton of special flavor. For the boursin, adds a touch of like a sour creaminess to it because it's a cheese, but not a ton of salt or major flavor. So it's not necessarily a win for me per se. The mushrooms, I think, are the best thing here. The cook on the steak is great. The fact that it's slightly rare on the inside is kind of amazing. The mushroom flavor by itself, great. A little sweet. Still get the earthiness of the mushroom. And there's garlic, salt in the sauce for that. I was picking up something sweet, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. I'm going to do the sauce and just the steak this time. The steak on its own is a little dry, a little kind of I almost want to say grainy, if that makes sense. I mean, decent, but not amazing. I mean, you're paying $10 for a piece of steak, mashed potatoes, and mushrooms. You know, most steaks when you're here in Disney property are probably around, 40, 60 range, which tonight's dinner will probably be. So this is good. If you really love steak, sure, yeah, go ahead and get it. I run out of my way with so many of the other options? Probably not. So, bon appetit. On to the next place. Okay, so we have just gone to Bramblewood Bites. We are getting the seared trout, the rainbow trout, which I'd gotten last time, but I hadn't eaten it. And Sarah, who you may remember from that video, said it was her favorite thing the day. So I wanted to give it a try. I also picked up, because yes, now I can have booze, the old-fashioned. It is a Boyd & Blair pre-mixed old-fashioned style drink. It's an apple old-fashioned, I believe, but it has rum rather than bourbon. That being said, bourbon is generally okay. Hey, let's let you actually see my face for a little while. So, this was a first. We went to order, and they couldn't find the phone. Now, what normally happens is when you go up with an allergy order, you say, I have an allergy. They say, okay, great. They grab a phone, they call the main chef. They have the chef check the recipes with all of your allergies, and then they tell you what you can and can't have. They could not find the phone. So they had to bring a staff member over who brought up all of the information on his phone and was able to identify and have me even read some of it because he wasn't positive, so that I could read every single ingredient and make sure it was okay. And that's what we did. So, now I remember someone saying, oh my god, that they replaced the trout with salmon. I don't think it's salmon. It's got an undercurrent flavor that I don't recognize from salmon. But it is soft. Very fish oily, if that makes sense. Like you can tell you're getting that really great quality fish stuff going on. There's slaw on top with peas, Brussels sprouts, cranberries, balsamic. You can definitely tell the balsamic on that. It's a strong acidity, strong amount of balsamic. So if we were eating a whole salad with this much dressing, I'd probably have my mouth burning. But that's very good. All right, and so the fish definitely, when you put it against the sweetness of that slaw, comes up as much saltier, but not badly. You can appropriate saltiness. The skin has a crisp to it, which is on the top layer of it. That is just a beautiful flavor. It's Alright, so last piece, and I think I tasted this last time, was the vanilla butternut squash puree. And I get the hint of vanilla on the up center back palate, but this is saltier than last time. Saltier enough that I don't know if I would have liked it together. And it may just be the day, but oh my god, I mean, this thing is just falling apart beautifully. And when you put the fish and the butternut and this heavily dressed Brussels sprout slaw, the fish is very soft except for that little bit of crunch on the skin. The slaw has a lot of crunch, a lot of energy to it, and the butteriness of the river trout. Oh my god, this is so good. Yeah, this may beat out the other one. I'm gonna have to check. I've got this has everything else has competition now. Okay, Bramblewood bites, man. Get rid of the Brussels sprout salad thing they did. I know it's vegan, so if that's all you can have, that's great. But the other two dishes, the pork and this fish, way to go. Absolute way to go. All right. Oh, we're not done yet. The old-fashioned. So it's a pre-mixed cocktail. They did put a piece of orange peel down there. I don't know if you can see that. But the Boyd and Blairs are pre-mixed, so they're not risking any kind of cross-contamination on site. It is there. It is blended. So this also means you don't have to stir the drink first. Most drinks here, if you go to Epcot, they either put the floater on the top or at the very bottom, and you get no alcohol for a while, and they go, I thought this had alcohol, and they get hit with it all. This is going to have a more balanced flavor. So what's really nice about this is because it's a blended drink, they don't put the cherry in, but I'm trying to figure out if it's the rum, but no, it's almost like there's a cherry syrup flavor in here to make that Luxardo cherry sweetness. A lot of roundness of citrus in there. I think it's because it's rum versus bourbon. This is really nice. This is dangerous. There's definitely alcohol. You get a little bit of that burn, but it is nice. It is very, very nice. All right, I'm going to finish this up, and I'll meet you at the next place. Okay, so we're coming up here on the fry basket. I did not review it last time, and I'm not going again this time, simply because, unfortunately, because of my additional limitations, it's not a particularly useful one, just as an FYI. So the flight now, the sea salt malt vinegar fries are now no longer safe. The malt powder was safe last year. It's not this year. And then the adobo yuca fries, while they're great, I can't have the topping on them because it's got chickpeas in it. And that's one of my extra allergies. I can tell you when I could have them, they were awesome. And I am assuming they are much the same now. But yeah, bummer. All right, but we're off to more fun. Okay, so sad news is I could not get the short rib. The sauce has gluten in it. Very frustrating. But we are going to try the strawberry hibiscus acqua fresca, which is non-alcoholic. And if it's very clippy when I do this, I apologize, but I'm right by a lot of music. Okay, I'm going to preface this that I don't like overly fake strawberry flavor. Like strawberry jam flavor. Don't like that. And I know it's real, but it's just, I don't like that flavor of it. Yeah, this to me is kind of strawberry jam with the equivalent of a hibiscus tea, like a red tea in it. Too sugary for me. Yeah, this does not rock my world by any stretch. I will say, because it is hot and I am thirsty, I will end up drinking it. And I like that it's not alcoholic, and I like that they have those options, but it's not particularly exciting. And this might be colored by the fact that I'm very disappointed that a puttanesca sauce has flour in it. I don't know. because the polenta wouldn't have had it. And it was a puttanesca sauce with a flour, and maybe the puttanesca they're just doing as olives or something, and the sauce is on the short rib. But boo hiss. So no short rib for me. I got to take it off the list. But there you go on that. We've got a few more things I think I'm going to try, so we'll see how much more we've got. Other than that, we're moving on soon. Okay, so we are now at Connections Cafe Eatery. I have the passion fruit cream slush. I did it without the alcohol, but you can get it with rum. The picture of it will go right here. So this is one of their food and wine specials. I will give you a heads up. It's not up on the wall menu, so I had to show I have an app that lists the drink. And I showed it to them and went, do you actually have this? They went, oh yeah. So, and then when they were trying to look up to confirm that it was safe for gluten-free, they were looking through the ingredients book, and they couldn't find it. I went, well, it's a food and wine special. They went, oh, right. And they went to the very, very back of the book to find it. But we're going to give it a try. Heavy passion fruit. You get the cream from the coconut cream, but it's more, it's all right, so it's an icy slush drink at its base. Yeah, it's an icy slush drink, like rather than a shake. The coconut cream has a sweetness that hangs on. The passion fruit is almost sour. I mean, it's nice. Now, here's a thought. There's whipped cream on top, so my guess is they're kind of expecting you to mix the whipped cream in, because that would add some of the creaminess that I think it's missing in its own consistency now. It helps. It makes it less passion fruity, though. And it was kind of nice because that was the only thing I was getting. It did come out pretty quick, just as an FYI. What are children about? It's 2:40. Yeah, the biggest thing I'm getting is a very strong sour passion fruit flavor. But the coconut cream just kind of at the back of the throat, kind of kicks in, smooths it, I guess is the right word. It is not super sweet. If you were concerned about getting, like I read the ingredients and went, oh my god, that's a sugar bomb. It's sweet, of course, but it is infinitely more sour from the passion fruit than I expected. And it's good. I'm still spinning everything in there, getting the whipped cream all the way in. Yeah, that makes a huge difference. It kicks up the creaminess on the coconut under flavor. It softens the intensity of the sour of the passion fruit, but you still get all the passion fruit. Yeah, if you're going to have dairy, get it with the whipped cream on top, and then mix it in. That makes it a whole lot better. Still not going to be a shake. It's a slushy. So it's got that kind of ice fleck granular kind of thing to it. Not granular, but ice flecky. It's not smooth, but it's good. It's good. If you like passion fruit, definitely. All right, we're on to the next item. Maybe. I'm trying to decide what I'm still going to be up to eating, but I'll tell you soon. I didn't get to all of the foods that I wanted to get to today. However, I did two of the foods. Well, one food I hadn't gotten to try myself. One food that I had in the past but needed to try again. A few drinks that I hadn't had before. And, hopefully that gave you guys a good idea of everything that's out there. I mean, everything else I was going to try, I've tried at least once. Retrying things like the spicy sausage, that's Impossible Sausage over in Refreshment Port, the chicken tikka masala, which is over in the India Pavilion or stand. Yeah, if I had gone and gotten the flauta again from Mexico, I mean, all of these things And even the spuma, which I didn't have, someone else had, but she was told last time that it wasn't gluten-free, so don't know what's going on. So that's where we are. I hope this has helped you figure out how to enjoy the Food and Wine Festival when you're gluten-free. Please check out parts 1 and 2. This is sort of a belated part 3, I guess, but, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. And don't forget that when you... I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?